Hi guys, welcome back to Tutorial Race, and in this video I am going to display you that how we can make this delete button functional. So far we have created the REST API, and also from this REST API we have displayed this data from MySQL. So in this video I'm going to display you that how we can delete this record from Angular, and this will affect into MySQL as well. So now let's continue with this. Let's open this one and view.html. Here we have to write a function click to delete. So when we will click on this, so this way we can also write dot sid. So we will pass the ID so that based on that ID it will delete the record. So now we have to write a function into our TS5. Let's go to TS5 and right here the function called delete. So inside this function, to here students dot sid. We don't need to pass this sid, only help std. Delete, then this std, actually this one we are passing here, and now let's go to here and then students and then student here. So this is a type actually, and here void. So return type will be void. So this is the code here. We have passed this student model as a parameter and created an instance, and then its data type is void. Now this dot student service, that means this service dot delete students, which we will create. So far we have not created this function. We will go into service, this one, and we will create here one function called delete student. Then we have to pass here parameter of id, be id, then number. We are passing parameter here, and then here once again like this return, then this dot http, and then this delete operation, then students here, this model we are passing here. Then here will be the path of JSON, the PHP path. So localhost Angular7 PHP CRUD, then list.php, then ID. We are passing this ID as a parameter, query string. So this is the delete service. Now the same one we are using in this one here. And then we are subscribing here, and data whatever will return from there. So it will be filtered here. That means whatever after deleting will remain here will be assigned here in this parameter, and ultimately the data will be assigned here back, which it will go once again to here, and after filtering it will display the remaining data. So now let's check how does it work. So, right, so okay, let me fix this error. To fix this error, as you can see, it's saying ID does not exist on type student. So what we'll have to do, let's go to this model, the model which we have created, and so far it is empty. So now declare here an ID and then number, or simply we can declare here any. Now you can see the error is gone. So once again, let's see how this works. We have created a function called delete here, and then we are passing this one here, this array here, and then this ts file here is delete function. So in parameter we are taking this student data type, this one, and then in this void function we are subscribing to service. We have created this service into service file where we are passing the ID as number to PHP, so that based on that ID PHP will delete the record. We have not created this so far. Actually this will delete.php here, and we will create that file just now, delete.php. Now here, after deleting, whatever record will remain it will assign to this one, and after filtering, and the remaining one will be once again assigned back here, and the result will show here. So let's open this and it's console. Try to delete this. Of course, it will not delete because we have not created PHP file so far. But let's see what happens so far. Right click on this, then since the file does not exist, that is why we are getting this error. Now let's go to PHP file folder and create a file called delete.php. So let's go to our ht.py folder, and we had created this one. So we have to create here a delete.php file. This is our delete.php file. So we need to write here dialog id equals to $8, then id. So based on this id, the data will be deleted from the student table. So we have written here delete from students where id equal to this id, and then this is the response code. If everything is fine, if there is something wrong, then it will display this response code, or else this one. Now let's get back to here. Try to delete record from here. Click on this, something is wrong. Let's check what is wrong. Okay, so you can see it is displaying undefined. So ID is not passing to the properly. So here something is wrong. That's why ID is not passing properly. So we need to check where it is take. So let's get back to here, and in our view.php, let's check here console.log and then students.id. It's passing properly or not. We try to click this one, then it is saying undefined. So there is something wrong. Oh, it's not ID actually. It is SID, isn't it? SID. Because our field name is SID. So similarly, we'll have to declare here SID. Now, I hope this should work. Let's check here. But try to click this one. Here, the ID is passing properly this time, but something is still wrong. Oh, it's saying cross origin in this ID. So what I do is that the best way to prevent this cross origin, I have uh, installed a plugin in Firefox called Cause for All. This plugin. So if I click here, then it becomes green and I don't get this error. So let me show you that which plugin is that. So this plugin, if you install this one, as you can see, I've already installed this one, this plugin. Then simply, if you click this one, then it becomes green, and this cross origin problem will get solved. So in my case, there is something other problems. I'll check that also. If the path is wrong, then also you'll get the same error. So let me click this copy, or simply let me click on this. Well, it's fine. Now let's go to PHP. I think I have made a mistake here because it is SID once again. SID, and then that is why it's not working maybe. So let's see. Here it's deleted, as you can see. Here too, if I click on this one, then this record is deleted. And here this one. So you can see two records got deleted here. Let's check here. You can see only one record is remaining. Now once you can add from here, I'm adding this record. Now it should display here. So it is displaying. Now if I want to delete this, then it's deleting perfectly. So now let me recap you that how it is working actually, so you'll have a better understanding. Okay, so what I did in view.component HTML file, just created one function called delete, and then we passed this object here into this parameter. Now going into the TS file, I created this function called delete. Inside that, I passed this object, this model, actually data type, and created an object. Now, and this return type is void. That means for this function. Now I called subscribe this service for deleting. So this service we have already created, and then inside this service we have created a function called delete student. Here you can see this delete student we have created. Actually, this is in service file. So we pass this ID here as a number, and then as a query string, we pass this ID into for PHP file. And then this ID is passed here in this PHP file. We just connected here with our database connection. Then through get method, we just received this ID, and then based on that ID matching with the database, the table, students table, it got deleted. And then its response code 204. That means everything is okay. Now here this response is returned here. That means after deleting, whatever record will remain, it will return here. So now this student filter, that means this is a TS TypeScript function, actually inbuilt function. So we are filtering here. That means whatever data is remaining after deleting, it will get filtered here and assigned, and ultimately the remaining fields, remaining records will be assigned in this one. And once again, it is written back to here and the data is displayed. That is why, as you can see, after deleting, it gets refreshed itself. So if I click here, then you can see, let's add one more record. Better once again, let's insert it. Okay, so now there are two records. So if I delete any of those, then it gets refreshed back. So how it is refreshing? Because of this function, because of this filter function. So hope you understand this and you like this video. So in the next video, we will work on how to insert record. So far we have covered, we have created one function, we have created one service, and we have displayed the data into our V file. And then after that, we have deleted the record. So two important things remaining. The first one is how to add new record and how to edit the record. So in the next videos, we will cover that. Stay connected and thanks for watching.